We will be discussing cereals today, and not only will we be discussing them, Goo, we'll be tiering them.
Yes. It is now time for August tiers.
No more tears after cry.
Well, yeah, last August we only
Picking it
tiered
up,
stuff.
picking it up.
That's all we did all August.
Goo, I am not currently a cereal eater. I find it, there's too many things going on. Like
Yeah.
if I want a quick snack, I need a bowl, milk, and the cereal instead of just grabbing a box. I mean, I guess you could eat the dry cereal. I don't have cereal in my life at all anymore. It's a little too much. And it's also not filling. I end up eating a whole box back when I was still eating cereal. I miss it though. I miss cereal because cereal is fucking delicious.
Cereal's delicious. As someone who only eats one meal a day, I cannot waste it on cereal.
Yeah.
But cereal is great. And looking at this list of cereal, you get that like the flavor sensation back in your mouth, even just looking at the cereal boxes.
And there was a nice little treat. And now I have my own issues with milk these days. Sometimes it doesn't quite sit right in my stomach, but drinking the flavor
Max,
of milk,
tum. Aw.
drinking the milk at the end of your cereal eating was also a delight.
Right. So let's not waste too much more time, Mac. Let's bring up
so many cereals to get
got
to.
so many cereals to tier, Mac. Here we go. Share the screen, Goo. And we are looking at some great tiers here. We have 6 tiers that we'll be shoving cereals into. And before we get to those tiers, the names of those tiers, I know you guys are saying, wait a second, Goo, where's the tier weight of 7? I just thought of it, and that's why we didn't do it. We only have 6.
Right. 6-pack.
The rules here, Mac, is that we each get 3 vetoes.
3. Okay.
And 2 stamps.
3 vetoes, 2 stamps. Oh, that's what we normally do. I don't know why I was so surprised by the same thing.
And then do we have 1 stamp remover or no?
What does that mean?
Like you get out one of those paint chippers and you can scrape it off.
No. 2 stamps and 3 vetoes.
Okay.
How many cereals do we have listed here?
I don't know. There's a bunch. I didn't count them.
Rows of 15, so 30 something, right?
Yeah, like 34, something like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so that's a good amount of cereal. When I was a kid, I don't know if you were like the type of house that had like 6 different cereals in the house at once. We usually had 2, but it was just me and my sister for a while. So it was like the one I preferred and the one she preferred.
Yeah, it was usually a rotation of 3, and one of them was always Honey Bunches of Oats.
Really?
My mom liked it, yeah.
Okay. We almost always had Frosted Cheerios was like the staple. And then I always preferred Reese's Puffs. But sometimes, when you're in the store and your mom lets you pick something, you're like, you know what? I'm feeling a little frisky.
I'm gonna go a little off the beaten path.
I'm gonna go Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, we used to always have those stupid like the mixed packs.
Oh yeah.
Where there was a bowl in each box.
Right.
I also ate muffins every day too, but that's another discussion for another day. Mac, the tiers. At the top, we're looking at they're great.
Great.
Those are the goats, I guess.
Yeah, they're better than great, but that's the greatest name we can come up with, the goat tier. So those are the cereals. Now, I'm very intrigued as to if we're going to be a small haul or a big haul here. Are we letting any Craig Biggio's into that top tier or how that's
I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Also, thank you to the other Billy D for producing this, the associate producer of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So not Billy D. Williams.
Yes.
Not William Daniels.
Yes.
Not Billy Delaney.
Right.
The other Billy D.
Yes. The alternative Billy Delaney. We call him that because he's also into alternative rock.
The other next tier here, Mac, is needs time in milk. That is the second tier. And what we're saying there is that like once it soaks up some of that sweet dairy goodness, they're great.
Yeah, and there are a certain amount of cereals that are good, but when they sit in milk for a minute or two, they become great, and that's what that tier is.
The next category up here, the next tier up here is follow your nose.
That was an incredible Toucan Sam impression.
Thank you.
This is going to be an interesting one here. I don't know what I'm going to place there. That'll just be as it plays out. We'll see.
These are the cereals where you smell them, and you say, these smell delicious. But then you eat it and you're like, I wish I had something else. Or like this was okay. This taste does not meet the smell.
Right.
I know that we've had that issue in the past with other stuff, I suppose.
Yeah.
But next category, next tier, not categories. Goo, get over yourself. Kid tested, mother approved.
Yeah, these are the ones that strike me as like if your mom doesn't let you pick a cereal, she's picking this knowing you're going to eat it 30 times that week and she doesn't want you to be completely obese, just a little bit.
Even though all these cereals are the exact same. All your moms are dumb. Next tier up is last thing in the cabinet. So you'll eat it because it's there, but you'd never choose it.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where if you've got a milk and a bowl and a spoon and nothing else goes with it, you're like, all right, I'll throw some fucking life in the bowl here.
If you only have in your household milk, bowl, spoon, nothing else,
Yeah.
all right, I'll have this.
Finally, I'll eat it.
And then the final tier up here is raccoon poop.
Yeah, I proposed raccoon food, as in you would throw it in the trash, so eventually raccoons would eat it. But you wrote poop.
Well, it's the same thing, really. Raccoon food turns into raccoon poop.
Yeah, that's hey, science.
All right, so I got no more tears left to cry, Mac. Let's get this started up here with a cereal that I asked the other Billy D to remove because I had never heard of it.
Okay.
And that is Frosted Flakes with marshmallows.
Oh boy, I've never had this.
No.
I feel like it definitely wouldn't be bad though. And I don't know if my mom's gonna buy that. So I think we're getting our first fall your nose right off the bat here.
I might put last thing in the cabinet. I'm a marshmallow boy, don't get me wrong.
Right, we know that about you.
But I don't know if I like this combination.
You know what? I don't know either because I've never tried it.
That's why I asked them to take it off.
This is more like last thing in the grocery store. Fine, I'll buy it because it's the only thing left on the shelf.
We'll put it here for right now.
Okay, all right.
The next one up here is absolutely a kid-tested, mother-approved, and that is Life.
Yeah, this and the definition of kid-tested, mother-approved it's just, I will never buy Life. When I've eaten it, I have not disliked it, but I'm never buying it.
Right, I would never get it for myself. This is the last three categories.
Yeah, for sure.
Tiers, the last three tiers.
Tiers, good. We're tiering stuff today.
We're tiering stuff today. We're not categorizing things today. Next week is our Dewey Decimal System episode.
Oh, man.
The next cereal up here is Reese's Puffs. Some might call it the GOAT.
Goo, you could include me in that sum. It is my favorite cereal of all time. And not only is it my favorite cereal of all time, it gives you the best flavored milk post cereal of all time.
That's a good point. This is such a good cereal that when I tried to kid test mother approve myself, I bought chocolate Cheerios and peanut butter Cheerios and mixed them together.
And
it wasn't the same thing,
okay,
but it was definitely healthier.
Reese's Puffs, it was not like, I remember it coming out in like maybe 96 or something. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't there originally when we were a kid. And then one week it was just there on the shelves. And you're like, what the fuck is this? I like Reese's Cups. I might as well get the Reese's flavored cereal. And there's something about this cereal. Like a lot of the cereals we'll be talking about today, like Fruity Pebbles is a good example. All the Fruity Pebbles are the same flavor. They're just different color. I feel like Reese's Puffs, the two different colors are actually two different flavors.
I would say yes, too. And then also the commercials, when this thing first came out, the guy's like, hold on to your tits. Because here comes something that's going to blow your mind.
Yeah, it's my number one cereal of all time. I'll give you my Mount Rushmore at the end of this, by the way.
Next one up here is multi-grain Cheerios, another one of kid-tested, mother-approved, but I also might call raccoon poop.
Yeah, I like the box. It's a pretty looking box. I will never buy it. And Cheerios, I don't even know how you market this, because if Cheerios are supposed to be healthy, what's the point of multigrain Cheerios?
The original Cheerios are already so heart healthy.
Right.
What are we doing here? Now we're trying to have
pulling the
our
wool
healthy
over my
bowels.
Yeah, get these out of my
raccoon poop.
Yeah, get these out of my fucking face.
Raccoon poop it is. The next one up here is, I think it's better as you get older, and that's Raisin Bran.
I still have never tried Raisin Bran with that in mind. Like The day I eat Raisin Bran, I'm like, man, that's it. I'm old.
Like, you
And I
may
know
think to
I'm old
yourself,
already.
like, I don't think that raisins, these dried grapes, would taste good in milk,
Yeah.
and they do.
Hmm.
They
All right.
do.
Well, so that it's not raccoon poop. Well, it's sort of a last thing in the cabinet, at least for me.
Yeah, okay, okay. Last thing in the cabinet,
Yeah.
but it's better than the marshmallows. Having never tasted the marshmallows, I'd say they're better than the Frosted Flakes marshmallow. Mac, the next one up here is possibly the most consistent. I would say that if you went on Family Feud and they had the category of best cereal, this would be number one on the board for most people.
For a lot of people, I think
I
this
would
is
say like 35% would say this.
I think this is definitely a popular answer for people, but hear me out on this one, Goo. As flavorful as CTC is, Cinnamon Toast Crunch we're talking
Yes.
about,
Mhm.
it kind of needs like a minute or two in the milk to soften it up. It's almost too hard. Those little
I'll put
those
it
little
in there. I'll
squares.
put it in there, but I'll also say this. It's a great snack on its own.
Yes, it is a great dry snack for sure. I listen, I very much love Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but it is not my favorite, and it's not even it might be number 5. If I made a top 5, it might sneak
Yeah.
in there.
I'm going to
Uh,
put it in there great, but I think this is going to be a fluid situation.
Go, here we go. I'm stamping it in needs milk. Needs time and milk.
So you got to veto it down first and then stamp it.
Fuck you.
You got to do it. I just put it up there.
All right, I'll veto it down and stamp
All
it
right,
in
you've
needs time
got
and milk. Cinnamon Toast
2
Crunch.
vetoes and you got 1 stamp left.
There we go.
And that is how the game is played.
Do you not agree with me though on my assessment of the cereal? Like when you're eating it out of a bowl,
it's better in milk,
it's too rigid.
but it's such a good snack on its own that I think
You
it
could
can
build a
stand by
fucking
itself.
foundation, a whole house on boxes of CTC.
You would have a lot of ants.
You could have all sorts of ants.
You would have a big old insect problem, if you ask me. The next one up here, Mac, is something that I enjoy the taste of, but when you eat it, your urine stinks.
We're talking about, what do we got? Smacks down there?
Smacks.
Smacks, they're not good, but they're not bad. It's a very weird flavor.
I guess we should have kept that category.
I don't know if your mom's buying you Smacks.
No.
And it's a little above last thing in the cabinet. Oh, maybe it is last thing in the cabinet. I don't know.
Maybe the best of the last thing in the cabinet. I do like these, though.
I don't mind a Smack.
But once again, my piece stinks.
I don't know how Smacks ever ended up in the house, though, because I don't think my mom was buying it and I wasn't picking it out.
But also, how is it affecting my body in that way? Does it happen to you too? Is it just me?
I don't recall that. Maybe you also had asparagus that day that you ate Smacks.
I mix them a lot. I have asparagus and I have Smacks. I chop it up. I mix it together. Next one up here, Mac. Might be a follow your nose, but also tastes delicious with milk and has a great Christmas commercial.
Goo, I guess I'm going to be out of stuff here. I am stamping Fruity Pebbles in. They're great.
Can you say it like Fred Flintstone?
Fruity Pebbles. Now, there is a caveat here. It's not the greatest cereal of all time, probably because of this.
I'd argue it's not the greatest pebble of all time, but go ahead.
I do think it is the greatest pebble of all time. You have like a 3-minute window to eat Fruity Pebbles. But the nice thing is, it's the easiest auto reload for cereal. You can have 13 bowls of Fruity Pebbles. You just keep dumping and eating. It's almost by the spoonful, you know?
I'm picturing you at the breakfast table, and your mom's like, "Hey, so Jeffrey, what do you have planned for today?" "Mom, I'm busy. I'm doing something." It's chowing down on Fruity Pebbles.
It's me in the Zipline sketch when they're asking me how my relationship's going.
Good.
I think Fruity Pebbles are superior to Cocoa.
You stamped it. I would have either done milk or all these fruity cereals definitely do fit into the follow your nose, the most fragrant of the cereals.
Yeah, this might be the most fragrant for sure. The problem with putting it needs time and milk is if it gets too much time, it then becomes almost inedible.
Okay, so the next one up here, gonna look at Frosted Mini Wheats. These get way too soggy way too quick.
Yeah, and the consistency is an issue anyways with the wheat cereal like this. Um, I don't mind them though. I don't mind
I
them.
don't mind it either. And I like the mini wheats over the shredded wheats.
Yeah. Yep, I agree with you. So maybe kid tested, mother approved?
I
Because it's not a
agree.
follow your nose.
Speaking of kid tested, mother approved, we got Kicks.
Now, regular Kicks, raccoon poop food to me. Kicks with berries, pretty good. Pretty good.
I like regular Kicks though.
Do you?
I do.
I mean,
It's a last in the cabinet though. I'm not going to
all
seek
right.
out
I'm
Kicks.
okay with it there. I'm okay with it right there.
All right. The next one up here is peanut butter crunch.
Now, Captain Crunch is we'll get to the OG in a bit. Captain Crunch is so up and down on their cereals and their like specialty cereals. This you would think would taste just like Reese's Puffs, and it just doesn't. I don't know why it doesn't, but it just doesn't. This is like a follow your nose one here for me. Like something I should like more than I do.
I would put it more into the needs milk because the milk softens it so it doesn't shred your mouth.
It's true. It's true. That it almost like yeah. All right, we can go. We can go. Needs time and milk there. I'm okay with that. I'm never gonna turn down Captain Crunch.
Next one up is my mother's most approved cereal, like I said earlier, and that is Honey Bunches of Oats.
It's definitely the most flavorful of a mother approved type cereal. I'm fine with that.
Then we go to Corn Chex.
Never had these. I guess it's probably for the gluten people, right? They can't have the regular.
I think I've had them. They're
Chex.
fine. They're okay. It's a last in the cabinet. They're not trash though.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Next one up here is a spooky cereal. It's a seasonal cereal, and that is Boo Berries.
I really like Boo Berries, but it's I don't love them. I think it's an easy follow your nose.
Absolutely. They smell delicious, but if I'm going to have a fruity cereal, I'm going to go with any of the other ones.
Yeah, it is a subpar fruity cereal, but that's still a good cereal.
We're looking at a very difficult one up next because you can do so much with them.
Mm-hmm.
But on their own, Rice Krispies, they snap, crackle, and pop, but they
They're
ain't
not
great.
that good. They're
No.
not that good. I don't know. I don't think I would ever buy them, but if they were the last thing in the cabinet, I would eat them.
I'm also noticing that we do not have Cocoa Krispies on here. Those are pretty good.
Okay, fair.
They're not an upper echelon chocolate cereal.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
They're more of a kid-tested mother chocolate cereal.
That's fair. That's fair.
Next one up here is my all-time GOAT. Like I said earlier, I'm a marshmallow boy, and what is the best kind of way to eat a marshmallow with a chocolate cereal? And that is Count Chocula. They're great.
I might veto that. I don't.
That's fine. Use your last veto. I don't care.
I don't love it. I think it's good. I think it's pretty good. It's definitely better than Boo Berries. Needs time.
I mean, it's obviously the best of the monster-themed cereals.
Yeah, I don't. But so now we're getting in. I don't know. I feel like we're not gonna have a small haul, but I'll leave it there for now.
This is our Craig Biggio. Count Chocula is our Craig Biggio. The next cereal up here is one that I think sounds amazing. And then you have it and you're like, this isn't that good. And that is Oreo O's.
Yeah, they have the Applejack texture on this where you get the ring, but then you have the little things on the ring, and it works for Applejacks. For some reason, it doesn't work all that well for the Oreo O's.
I would say follow your nose because they look and smell delicious, and then you have them and you say...
That's one of those cereals that you forget that you didn't like it that much, and then you buy it again, and you're like, shouldn't have followed my nose.
It's weird. This is either follow your nose or raccoon poop.
Yes, and no in between.
No. The next one up here is an iconic cereal, and that is Wheaties.
Not for me. I have owned several boxes of Wheaties, but not for the cereal itself, but for the cover of the box.
Right.
So I don't know where you would put that.
Raccoon poop.
All right. Good enough. Yeah,
okay,
you can dump the cereal out and keep the box.
Like I mentioned earlier, Mac, I believe that there is a better Pebble out there than the Fruity Pebble that is already in there. Great. So I would say that Cocoa Pebbles also they're great.
Listen, I'm not gonna fight you on it. I prefer the Fruity Pebbles, but the Pebble cereal for that 3 minutes might be the most divine thing you have. But you like Count Chocula over Cocoa Pebbles, huh?
That is correct.
Wow, that is interesting. That's a hot take.
I love Count Chocula.
I mean, do you like the character or do you like the cereal?
I like the character. I like the cereal. I like the whole spooky, macabre feel when you're eating it. You can pull your cloak over your ears and just
Okay. All right. Okay.
You can
Fair enough.
crunch on the cereal. You can suckle on the marshmallows.
Is that what you do to
Bleh.
them?
Oh yeah. You're a chocolate vampire. Next one up here is Crunch Berries, and I like Peanut Butter Crunch better.
I don't like Peanut Butter Crunch better, but I like Captain Crunch Sans Berries better. Crunch Berries are still very good. I wouldn't have them goat status though. I'm okay. I think the OG is goat status, which we'll get to. But Crunch Berries, I think, is definitively below regular Captain Crunch.
I would put it in the top part of Follow Your Nose. Another one that smells good, but I think the non-berry parts aren't that great.
No, the non-berry parts are the best part.
What am I thinking of?
I don't know, but the regular Captain Crunch, the non-berry parts, is the best part of Captain Crunch cereals.
Looks like we don't understand what's going on.
I put that up in Needs Time and Milk. It's better than the Peanut Butter Crunch.
Okay, all right. Now, grape nuts?
Get that corn out of my face. Kidding me with grape nuts?
Grape nuts.
Fucking grape nuts. I've never even seen a grape nut. What shape are those things?
Take a look in your pants, bozo.
Fucking smushed me.
The next one up here has an amazing mascot. The cereal, not so much. And that is Honeycomb.
I don't like them. They get this weird slimy texture quicker than most cereals.
Wait, am I thinking of Honey Crisp?
Oh, what's Honey Crisp?
Which one has the little head with the ears and like the earring? And he's like, Honey Crisp. Or is it Honeycomb?
Oh, it might be. Now you're making me think there's something called Honey Crisp, and I'm not sure if there is or not.
I'm going to look up Honeycomb mascot.
It might be Honeycomb. It could be Honeycomb. This box is doing that.
Yes. Crazy Craving. Honeycomb mascot. Boom. Got it. Okay, yes.
All right. I don't love this, but I'm not going to fight you over it if you enjoy it.
No, I don't. I like the mascot. I don't like the cereal.
Last thing in the cabinet.
Yeah. Cookie Crisp.
This is another tough one for me because this is borderline goat status for me, and it's also very iconic.
It's not an everyday cereal, though.
It's not an everyday cereal, and you might be able to argue that it's better without milk as well, which puts it in a weird situation. I feel like you got to put it up in because Needs Time and Milk doesn't quite work for Cookie Crisp. I feel like because you lose the crisp. Put it in there, great. Put it up there in there, great.
I might move that one down later. We'll see. The next one up here is another one that I love. I love Corn Pops. I have no idea what the flavor is. I don't know what the texture is. It's great in milk. It's great out of milk.
I think it's the best version of Kid Tested Mother Approved. I
think they're great.
Corn Pops, really?
Yeah, Corn Pops.
I like it. You know what? It is the best version of those types of cereals, so that sort of makes sense.
Isn't the flavor caramel?
It would be like 23rd on my list of cereals if I were to rank them, but it would be the highest of that type of cereal.
Hey, son, it's caramel. That's my Shaquille O'Neal saying caramel.
Remember
those commercials?
It's a consistently good cereal.
I
don't know if it's a great cereal.
The next one up here is one that you think is a great cereal, and that is plain Cap'n Crunch.
Yeah, it's my favorite cereal of all time in the non-Reese's Puffs division.
Okay, so I'll put it right here. That's fine.
Move one of your chocolates back. You double stacked your chocolates right there.
You dare speak of my chocolates like that. They're delicious and I love them.
Yeah, I'm being dead ass serious though. That the best flavor in the Captain Crunch cereal is not any of the berries or anything else they add. It's the little fucking yellow rectangles. Those things are unbelievable.
I'm gonna warn you right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have so much joy doing this because I have all of my vetoes and stamps left.
Yeah.
I'm a fuck with this cereal.
Listen, I don't like the implication there. I don't like where you're heading with that.
I'm gonna mess this cereal up. Cornflakes. They're okay.
Like when I have a cornflake, I wish they were frosted type of cereal.
Yeah.
So
Last thing in the cabinet.
okay, all right.
It's a cereal that you have to mix fruit with, right? Like you need some strawberries in there,
Well,
some
that's
bananas.
yeah. You gotta maybe sprinkle a little sugar in there. It's just you gotta add stuff to it.
Don't sprinkle sugar into any of your cereal. There's
Oh yeah,
plenty.
that
There's
was
plenty. You need
definitely
some
a thing I
salt
did.
and pepper.
I definitely sprinkled sugar in Cheerios and cornflakes.
Need some paprika.
But my mom liked cornflakes, so maybe it's mother approved.
Is that so? Is your mom's honey bunches of oats? Is that that?
Yeah, she liked corn pops though too. I guess
Corn
she's big on the
pops.
corn cereals.
Your mom gets it. Corn pops are delicious. Cocoa Puffs, I think, are kind of overrated.
I agree with you. I agree. Great mascot we're talking about here.
Yeah.
I was hoping that you weren't going to have a third strong opinion on another cocoa cereal.
I love chocolate cereals. I need chocolate cereals now.
I like Cocoa Puffs. I needs time and milk. It's better than the two cereals that follow your nose.
Like I almost think that the milk after is better than the cereal experience.
That might be right. That might be right. So needs time and milk then.
At the bottom though.
Okay, that's fair.
Ooh, the next one up I think is wildly underrated.
Mhm.
I think this is delicious.
I agree with you.
And is always gone whenever my family would get those multi-packs of cereal.
Yep.
And that is Golden Grams.
Golden Grams are something often forgotten. When you talk to people about their favorite cereals,
Yeah.
no one mentions Golden Grams, but then you have a Golden Gram and you're like, this could be my favorite cereal.
It's great. It's good in milk. It
It's very
smells
good.
delicious. My mom likes them, I think. I don't
Checking all the
know.
boxes here.
I guess it goes in every category.
Are you about to put this in there? Great.
I think so.
Okay.
I love Golden Grams.
Okay. That we don't have a small haul officially.
It's officially too big. It's
We
8.
have 8. Yeah.
We have a great 8, but we're
It's
gonna have 7 when
It's
I
our
move,
largest tier right now.
when I move Cap'n Crunch. We're gonna have 7. The
Oh,
next
come
cereal
on
up
with
here
it.
is Honey Nut Cheerios, the best Cheerio.
No, Frosted Cheerios. Frosted Cheerios are the best Cheerio. Regular Cheerios is your classic cereal that your mom would buy you every fucking week. It's kid tested, mother approved.
Hip hip Cheerio. That's what I would say.
Yeah, is that what you would say in response to that?
Is this also their great?
No, God no, God no,
I'll put it in milk.
no. It doesn't need time and milk, and you give these to babies. It's the classic kid tested, mother approved.
Yeah, I give it to my baby and then I eat it.
No, put it in kid tested, mother approved.
Oh, you suck. You suck. French Toast Crunch is great. Oh
French
my
Toast
God.
Crunch, you could argue, is better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It makes your cereal or your cereal and your milk taste like maple syrup, right?
I would put it neck and neck with Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
With like a nice vanilla nutmeg nuance to it.
That made me think of Vanilla Nut Taps from the Casey Affleck sketch.
So while I love Count Chocula, I love
Yeah.
marshmallows. I'm a marshmallow boy.
Yeah.
This next one up here doesn't do it for me, and that is Lucky Charms.
I think Lucky Charms has the best marshmallows out of all the marshmallow cereals. I think it has the best marshmallows, but I don't love Lucky Charms.
Hear me out.
I don't love marshmallow cereals.
Hear me out. All the marshmallows in all of these cereals come from the same bin.
Nope. I'm telling you right now, the Leprechaun makes the one in Lucky Charms. It's the best marshmallows, I think. Maybe because it just contrasts better with the cereal in that bowl. If you're gonna put Count Chocula in there, great. This has got to be needs time and milk.
All right, that's fine. Let me ask you though, when you would eat Lucky Charms, would you eat the marshmallows with the cereal, or would you save all the marshmallows for the end?
It depends what type of day I'm gonna have. Sometimes I would eat the marshmallows and leave all the fucking bullshit rat food at the end, raccoon food. I the best this and one other cereal had by far this and Trix by far is Trix. Oh, Trix is coming up. By far the best marketing of any cereals, and they also maybe because it's the red box. Fruit Loops has it too. The Lucky Charms box always looks the coolest.
Now I'm picturing you at your breakfast table, and your mom's like, Jeffrey, so what are you doing today? Mom, I'm doing something. And it's just you picking out all the marbles from your bowl.
You know what kids miss out on these days because it's an iPad instead of the back of a cereal box. But
Oh, yeah.
when the back of cereal boxes had some fun little games you could play, you don't get that anymore.
They had baseball cards in them sometimes.
Ooh, they sure did.
Yeah. They were worthless baseball cards. But...
No doubt. And they were covered in cereal dust.
So you would lick them. Next one up is the epitome of follow your nose, and that is Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops are solid. It's a solid cereal. Yeah, probably the best of follow your nose. I don't love them.
Do you believe, because I do think that the Fruit Loops have different flavors based off the colors.
That's why I think they do with Reese's Puffs, but we might have to test this theory. I don't know if Fruit Loops does.
But I also think the only one that tastes different from the other ones is the yellow. The yellow tastes lemony.
See, now I don't agree. No, they're probably all the same flavor.
Or maybe the orange tastes like orange.
Good Fruit Loop talk. Fruit Loops might be the most overrated cereal of all time. I like it, but it's definitely overrated.
The next cereal up does not taste like apple, nor does it taste like Jack, and that is Apple Jacks.
Apple Jacks might be the most underrated cereal of all time, and it's also looped like the Fruit Loop, but I think it's substantially better than Fruit Loops. I would have it in the top tier. They're great.
I'm going to put it in the second tier of needs milk. You're not going to eat this by itself.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but
so also, speaking of, all
right, that's a fine parameter. I'm okay with that.
Speaking of a cereal where it's two different colors and they just both taste the exact same.
Apple Jacks, yeah.
Yeah. Like you would think that the red one tastes like a Red Delicious and the green tastes like a Granny Smith.
More of an orange than a red.
So you're saying that the Apple Jacks, the orange one, should taste like an orange?
Do you agree though that Apple Jacks definitely better than Fruit Loops?
No.
No?
I don't love Apple Jacks. I think they're fine.
Oh, you sir. You got too many fucking cocoa marshmallows in your brain.
Oh, you know what? This next one, this was my mother's favorite.
Oh, you got it wrong?
Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds. Very specific.
I don't like that at all in my cereal.
Kid tested, mother approved, and the honey roasted one goes in the trash.
Oh, I would put them both in the trash now that I know there's fucking almonds in that cereal.
Have you never had almonds in milk?
I've had almond milk, which is also not made out of. Why do they keep doing this to us?
What?
Calling it almond milk, and they're not sitting there pressing almonds to get the milk.
Yeah, they're milking it. They're tweaking its nips. I've got nipples, fucker.
Milks all have a bunch of fake names. The whole milk industry. Yeah, I got a bone to pick.
Max calling him out. Max not afraid.
I'll tell you right now, though, you put a strawberry milk in front of me, it's going to be gone in a second.
What's your favorite kind of milk?
Strawberry milk.
I like chocolate better.
I used to have 2 strawberry milks at lunch every day at school, all 4 years of high school. Probably middle school, too.
Oh, I used to always do coffee milk. That's not good.
That's not. What was the other one that was like coffee milk, too? Oh, they made like a vanilla milk as well. But strawberry to me, chocolate milk's very good, obviously.
Actually, you know what? Vanilla milk is delicious in your coffee.
Okay, I could see that.
As like a creamer type.
Yeah.
I
like chocolate milk, but strawberry milk just hits differently.
Next cereal up here is the one that if you have it, it's impossible to get a heart attack. You can't have it.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
No, the regular Cheerios.
Oh, regular Cheerios. That's what I was. Oh, we already did a Honey Nut earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the one that you give your fucking kids every day.
No,
yeah.
This is also, you give it to like an old man who's on the verge of death.
Yeah.
And then they can live another 10 years.
And small children that can't chew, so they just put it in their mouths and it slowly disintegrates.
Yeah, but also, this builds up your heart to the. This is like eating little defibrillators.
Part of getting old is realizing how similar a 6-month and a 100-year-old person is. They live very similar lives.
I don't want to pull the curtain back too far, but Mac is, he's a bit of a hero. Sometimes he comes across people that might be dying,
Mm.
maybe of a heart attack. And when that happens,
Mhm.
he pulls out his little box of Cheerios and dumps it in their mouth.
No, I got it in a
And then
pouch.
he takes their mouth and he just mushes it up.
It's
And
like
then he massages their throat.
it's like the scene
and
in
they
The
swallow
Water
it.
Boy where he takes out
Yeah.
the extra special water in the pouch. That's what I have with Cheerios. I
Yeah.
keep it on me at all time.
Every firefighter, every EMT, every police officer, they all have to have a little bit of Cheerios just in case.
Ma'am, you're having 10 out of 10 chest pain? Here, have these. Are those Cheerios? Why, yes, they are.
Next up is another cereal that smells really good, and maybe this is a better fruit cereal than Fruit Loops. It's not better than Fruity Pebbles. It's right in the middle.
It is just off Fruity Pebbles, but it's close. It's the second best fruity cereal. And if you're gonna put 2 Cocos up top, we're putting 2 fruits up top.
I can't put Trix up there, but
It's
I will
up
say
there.
that
Trix is up there.
I think the Trix do have different flavors with
Trix
their
is
shape.
fucking delicious,
Yeah.
and the milk tastes good afterwards.
I almost just called it candy, though.
That's okay. Cookie Crisp is basically candy. Trix goes up top.
All right. This is way too big. Way too big.
Yeah, Baseball Hall of Fame. What are you gonna do?
The next one up.
Okay. I'm getting ahead of myself here.
The next one up is the best of the plain cereal, of like the basic cereal that like everybody has. That is Frosted Flakes.
No, I think Corn Pops is that answer. But Frosted Flakes.
I think Frosted Flakes are more basic than that, though.
Yeah, I'm saying Corn Pops is the best version of those basic cereals.
Don't
I think we agree
refer
on
to
that.
my Corn Pops as basic.
Frosted Flakes are surprisingly not great, but they're good. They're good.
Imagine if that was their slogan. Surprisingly not great, but good.
I wouldn't put them in the goat category, but it doesn't need time and milk either.
But I wouldn't follow my nose to them.
No, so I guess this is the one that Mom approves of most.
I suppose so. This appears to be a second peanut butter crunch.
Oh, Billy D's is really trying to push his peanut butter agenda on us.
This reminds me of when he put the Wonder Years twice on that other one. It wasn't me, it was him.
Sure.
You know what? I love this next one.
Yeah,
holy shit.
I intentionally asked him to put this one on there, talking about Waffle Crisp. This is the forgotten one in the morning flavored type cereals. You got Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you got French Toast Crunch, and then you have Waffle Crisp.
Yes.
That you end up with a better milk at the end of it than you do with the two with over FTC and CTC.
This might be the best milk out there. The milk just tastes like syrup.
It's so good. Waffle Crisp is really good. You just jettisoned it up to number 5, and that seems too high. But if you want to put
it
in
6,
I wouldn't put it ahead of Cookie Crisp.
I would. I think it's more consistent.
Cookie Crisp is incredibly
always
consistent.
Good.
You're eating Cookie Crisp out of the box half the time without the milk.
That's because you're a wolf.
That's what everyone knows about me.
Even though the original character, the original mascot was a burglar.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the original one was a wizard.
Is that a play on like Crook and Cook?
Possibly.
Crisp.
But what he would always try and do is steal the Cookie Crisp.
Yes, that makes sense. It's like the rabbit, you know?
Oh, where's the Sugar Crisp? Honey Crisp, whatever it's called, with the bear.
We didn't come across it, I guess.
I mean, that's essentially Smacks.
Billy was too busy putting 2 peanut butter crunches on there.
Can't get enough of my Sugar Crisp. Frosted Cheerios, follow your nose.
No, Frosted Cheerios is the greatest version of Cheerios. That is the cereal I probably ate most consistently in the mornings in my life.
They're great is way too much.
Well, you fucking threw shit for a loop when you put Count Chocula up there.
Count Chocula should be number 1.
No, God, no.
And then finally, so little behind the scenes, a little behind the curtain, once again, I sent Billy D, the other Billy D, our producer, a little message beforehand being like, hey, I see that you put Frosted Flakes marshmallows on here. I don't know what the fuck these are. Please take them off. And what did he do? He left them on, and he also added Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows.
I didn't know. I was aware the other one existed. I did not know that Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows existed.
But now that you know, do you want to try them?
I do want to try them because I like Fruity Pebbles so much. And now I'm wondering, in my life, have I been missing marshmallows with my Fruity Pebbles?
I'm gonna say follow your nose on this one.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so before we rattle these off, Mac,
Yeah.
you have 2 vetoes left?
I have 2 vetoes left, no stamps. You have
Yeah.
3 vetoes, 2 stamps. And since I went already, you can start us off with some vetoes here.
All right, I am gonna veto down Captain Crunch to needs time, and I'm gonna stamp it right there. Hell yeah.
No, I'm wasting one to put it back up.
I'll do the same thing, and I'll just stamp. I already stamped it anyways. It doesn't matter.
I'm using 2 to bring it back up, so you use 2 vetoes to put it down then.
No, I did it. I moved it
Nope.
down immediately and
Nope.
stamped it.
No. Where you can only do the immediate one in the live round.
Just because
we're
you
post
don't
game
like
now.
how the
No.
rules are
No. I
doesn't mean you
made
can
the
change it.
rules. The live game you can auto stamp. You can't do it post game.
I just caught a mosquito in my hand. Credit to me.
You have 1 stamp and 1 veto left.
I have one stamp and
I
one
have
veto
nothing left.
Okay. Okay. This is pretty simple then. I will stamp. I will stamp Waffle Crisp right where it is, just to shove that up your butt.
So you're saying Waffle Crisp is a top 5 cereal of all time.
Correct. And then I will move Frosted Cheerios down, and you can't do shit about it.
You're just a rude Jude is what you are.
But this also now makes the needs milk a little bit more. There's a couple more cereals
No,
in there.
take away the 1 extra PB Crunch and put that off the screen.
Oh, that's right. I'll put it in the trash, I guess.
No, pull it off. I think you can just pull it right off.
You can't.
Oh,
It's stuck there forever.
all right. Well,
I can't even right click it.
all right. I mean, listen, we started off saying we love cereal, so it's a very top heavy tier.
Yes.
I bet there's going to be, we'll get some tweets about why did you talk about this, that I bet it's going to be a good cereal. There's definitely some cereals.
Oh, yeah, no, we definitely missed something here.
But we
What,
got
Mac?
a good like 35 or 40 of them.
For the people at home, let's run through these cereals real quick. The raccoon poop is multigrain Cheerios, Wheaties, grape nuts, honey bunches of oats with honey roasted. It's honey roasted honey bunches of oats.
That sounds way better than the almond one.
You don't know shit. Last in the cabinet is Smacks, Kix, Raisin Bran, Frosted Flakes with marshmallows. Having said this, I've never tried them, and I'm not even sure I ever want to try them. Chex, Rice Krispies, Honeycomb, and Corn Flakes.
Rice Krispies seems too high, to be honest with you.
You want to put it at the end?
I don't know. We don't. We have nothing left. We're stuck.
No, we
We're
can
locked and
agree to
loaded.
move things now. We
No.
can agree on things now.
No diplomacy here.
Kid tested, mother approved, Frosted Flakes, Honey Nut Cheerios, Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds, Life, and Mini Wheats.
It's hard to have strong opinions about any of those cereals. They're in a good spot there.
Follow your nose wherever it goes. Fruit Loops, Boo Berries, Oreo O's, and Marshmallow Fruity Pebbles.
I'm gonna go buy Fruity Pebbles with marshmallows tomorrow if I can find it anywhere.
Needs time and milk. Cap and Crunch.
You're
Jacks.
capping me hard with that fucking right there.
French Toast Crunch, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Frosted Cheerios, Peanut Butter Crunch, Crunch Berries, and Cocoa Puffs and Lucky Charms.
I think there's a listener out there that's going to look at this and say they would prefer the needs time and milk category over our goats.
Yeah, tell us which category you guys want. If you're a mom, I'm guessing that you want that kid tested one.
That's a strong second tier of cereal, mostly because you put the second greatest cereal of all time in there, and also you didn't care for Apple Jacks. But there's going to be some FTC and some CTC people out there that are a little triggered by this goo.
And then finally, at the top, our number 1 tier, they're great.
Number 1.
Reese's Puffs, Fruity Pebbles, Count Chocula, Cocoa Pebbles, Waffle Crisp, Cookie Crisp, Corn Pops, Grams, Golden Grams. Just like Bond, James Bond. And then finally, Trix.
I'll tell you, Corn Pops feels so out of place in that category, but it is
They're
probably
simple. They're
probably
great.
the best version of those types of cereal, so I'm okay with it up there. I think that Frosted Cheerios up there makes way more sense. You almost need a Cheerios presence in that top tier. So I think you dogged the people. I think you did the people a disservice. That's for sure.
All right, so everyone, head over to Twitter, head over to any social media that you might have at Mac and Goo Podcast, and tell us your tiers of cereals. And by the way, this tier will be in the podcast bio. Oh, hi, it's Goo from the Mac and Goo Movie Club. If you like what you just saw, you can find full episodes of our program on Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Stitcher, CastBox, iHeartRadio, or wherever podcasts are found. And now it's time for girls jumping on trampolines.